And good afternoon. We just want to bring you an update here and let you know what's going on with the latest system that's coming through. Remember, we got one for tonight into Tuesday morning. Then we have another system that's going to be moving in here for Friday that may bring us a wintry mix as well. But one at a time, as we always say. Let's jump to the boards and show you. You can see we've got 3 to 6 inches expected across the northeast corner, 1 to 3. This is the one for Monday night into Tuesday. And we're going to continue to track this. It's going to start off as a mix, then eventually changing over to snow over eastern Pennsylvania. There could be pockets in eastern Pennsylvania that see more snow. We could be talking maybe some totals as high as you can see here. A half foot of snow in a few locations. I'll show you more on that in just a second, but let's talk about the timing and the breakdown of what we expect here. So we go to future clouds and radar. That's where I want to start. First of all, and I'll go ahead and manually put it in motion here. There's 3, 4 o'clock, still really nothing going on, just beginning to enter central Pennsylvania. And it's going to take a little time to reach the ground. We had high pressure moving. That's why we cleared out last night, and we had that sunshine this morning. And that high will gradually retreat, and as it does, eventually this moisture will overspread, and it'll bring us some winter mix followed by snow, especially in that northeast corner. The area that we're watching closely, see Honesdale, Milford, down to Stroudsburg, up into Montrose. That's the northeast corner that we're talking about that may, in fact, get impacted with the highest snowfall totals. And if you'll notice too, I'm just going to back it up. See how it begins to break up around midnight out in central Pennsylvania, and then it looks more sporadic as we head into the early morning hours. But it's still hanging on in that northeast corner. That's where the colder air is going to remain in place a little bit longer, and that's why we're looking at that. I'll show you a model just to recap quickly the snowfall map that we were looking at right there. And now I'm going to show you a model which what it is generating, and this would be through Tuesday night. Now, I know you look at that and the first thing that jumps out at you obviously is Mount Pocono there. So that's why I said a few spots may see a little bit more. You know, this obviously jumps right out, but notice the vast majority of this corner right here all the way down into Albrightsville. See that? That's falling in line with what we were talking about, that 3 to 6. And then obviously you get here in the Susquehanna Valley and the Wyoming Valley, and there's lighter amounts there. So we go back to the snowfall map. You kind of get an idea now why we're looking at the numbers that we're looking at. The other thing I want to mention is rain. We're going to see some rain out of this, which is going to help keep our totals down anywhere from a ½ inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain by the time it's all said and done. So again, that mix isn't going to get here in eastern Pennsylvania until later on this evening. And just to recap with our weather headlines, that mix arrives central Pennsylvania very late in the day, evening hours, eastern Pennsylvania, likely changing to a mix and may likely stay a mix in central Pennsylvania. Eastern PA, that snow could be heavy at times tonight, not so much this evening, but tonight. And then that's where we see those higher amounts. 3 to 6 over that northeast corner that we just talked about. Elevation obviously going to play a role in this, and the valley cities will likely be on the lower end. So if you're wondering why we're looking at these totals here, you pretty much have the idea of what we're expecting with this next system. Obviously, if it changes, we'll be updating you there as well. So at primary low in a very similar track, it's going to be moving just to our northwest. Then there'll be a secondary low off the coast, and these two together expected to impact our Tuesday morning commute. So keep coming back here on Newswatch 16. Later on today, we'll have more updates 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, and 11. Thanks for joining.